Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Did you see what Floyd said? I think he might saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said.
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather. Come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day.
You see somebody like Floyd Mayweather, that's the oldest trick in the book, y'all. Y'all know. When y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captive in Dubai is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash.
And by the way, there's an update right now posted on Inside the Ring show that the camp of Team Pacquiao, which I expected, would say that this is a pro fight. That's not the biggest problem that I see right now. It is not. So, if you think about this really, an announcement was made. Pacquiao says it on social media and on interviews. Then suddenly Floyd Mayweather says something different. This is something to be worried about.
The whole boxing world is fed up with all the constant games, and there's no hiding the anger anymore. Floyd Mayweather has made it obvious he wants to walk away, suddenly pulling out of a signed professional rematch just to take cover behind a safer exhibition bout. It clearly shows he doesn't want to risk his perfect 50-0 record against a driven Manny Pacquiao. This isn't just another big fight falling apart. It feels like a direct disrespect to the fans. And now the fight community is ready to tear down his once untouchable legacy for good.
So go again?
Yeah, first off, May Pacquiao at Sphere. What part did it being at the Sphere kind of play in you taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, what's it going to be like fighting him again, like 11 years later now?
It's just, I never really took any abuse, in the sport of boxing. Still extremely healthy, work out every day. And, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibitions? And so that's what I'm doing.
The situation between both camps has gone completely out of control. Manny Pacquiao is taking a firm stand and refusing to enter the ring for what feels like a dressed-up sparring match. He's demanding a fully sanctioned bout with official judges and a clear result that will be added to their official records. What makes it even more surprising is that the documents reportedly support his position.
Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he might saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
The Sphere still in Las Vegas.
That's the contract that he signed. I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
Yes to remember that.
But it's still on. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why. You know,
Why wouldn't?
why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy, or compared to the last one.
I know it's something you've been wanting for a very long time. I know you felt that that first fight wasn't, the best of you, right?
Yeah. This time, no excuse.
Sources such as Mike Coppinger from ESPN have revealed major updates, confirming that a legally binding deal for a professional fight has already been signed and finalized. Netflix didn't make their huge global announcement without solid information. So now, the sudden change from the other side has left people across the boxing world questioning what is really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, Max, so Mayweather threw some cold water on any excitement for the fight with Manny Pacquiao in September, when last week he did an interview and said that it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition and not necessarily going to be at the Sphere. And Max, that really puzzled me because this wasn't just reporting. Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So earlier this morning, I spoke to Chaz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere. So I'm not sure what Floyd is talking about. I don't know if Floyd got bad advice, but he's contracted, so it would be a breach if not. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but we'll bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this.
You have to question the real reason behind turning a huge professional showdown into just an exhibition. Most people in the boxing world believe it comes down to fear. Analysts like Max Kellerman are saying it straight. The truth is, age is catching up, and at nearly 50, the body doesn't perform like it once did. Many believe risking an undefeated 50-0 record is simply too dangerous. Facing a hungry opponent who still believes he was robbed back in 2015 is a serious risk. A real fight brings real danger, and pushing for an exhibition instead looks like a clear move to protect that perfect record while still aiming for a huge payday.
It happened after its expiration date. We will never have the actual answer. You and I might agree, Mayweather was too long, too good a boxer, naturally bigger guy and better defense. But we will never actually know the answer to that question because we never got to see it 5 years earlier. Now, Shady makes the point, Malik, that this is not like Crawford-Canelo, and it's not. But it's also not exactly like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
It's nowhere near
right?
that stuff.
So what is it? What are we, because Netflix doesn't seem to care if this is more of kind of a carnival or an exhibition, or if it's like the greatest, biggest fight in the world. What they're looking for are eyeballs, right? Where does this fall? Mayweather and Pacquiao on the most legitimate Crawford-Canelo side of the spectrum, or the kind of sideshow Jake Paul, Mike Tyson side of the spectrum?
To piggyback off of what Shady was saying, I actually believe people will feed into it heavy because we're talking about two of the elites of all time. They both are extremely technically sound. They both are known for what they have done in the ring. Obviously, Mayweather got the huge promotion market behind him. So does Pacquiao. I just think it does numbers. And I also would be like a huge fan of it. I think the way how Floyd is looking lately, whether it's in the gym and the way how Pacquiao has been looking in his last fight, I'm really into the fight if they're going to do it again, especially if it's going to be on the best stage in the world, the ring, the Netflix, and the same type of numbers going.
The drama isn't limited to just the two fighters anymore. Former rivals are jumping into the situation as well. Oscar de la Hoya went viral with a raw and unfiltered rant that grabbed everyone's attention. He didn't hold back at all, calling the sudden pullback weak behavior. He even brought up his own past experience, saying something very similar happened to him before. According to Oscar, a retirement was suddenly announced to avoid a rematch clause they had agreed on, only for the comeback to happen right after that clause expired.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't going to do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this. Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. Just still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul. Let's go.
This harsh public criticism only made things worse, adding even more intensity to the situation and shaping the image of a legendary fighter who may have a long calculated pattern of avoiding serious risks whenever the conditions aren't fully in his favor.
So people want to know, how do you beat Manny Pacquiao on the second go around?
We both winners. Because it's an exhibition, so we're both winners. We just want to go out there and entertain the people and put on a good show.
This sudden move brings up a serious and uncomfortable question across the sports world. Is the man known for his flashy, money-driven lifestyle actually running low on cash? There are growing rumors that he could be heavily in debt or even broke. The quick push to lock in several unusual exhibition fights is starting to worry people. Setting up a match with a kickboxer in Greece and even talking about an exhibition with Mike Tyson doesn't look like a relaxed victory tour of a wealthy icon. Instead, it feels more like a fast attempt to make money. When a retired fighter suddenly starts traveling around the world for random paydays, the story begins to shift from a strong comeback to possible financial trouble.
What's going on? Hey, it's unfortunate that it's come to what it's come to. Obviously, when we first heard about him having a 3-fight deal, we understood why he's having a 3-fight deal. I gave my name to people that he could have fought, that could have helped him if he was in financial crisis and needed to recoup some of that money back. And Manny Pacquiao was one of the names. It's crazy that it's even got to this point. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. Is that normal? Does that happen?
Ocho, I've known players that they burn through their money. They take out an advance on next year's salary.
Nah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, bring that. Hold on. Time out. Bring that back to me one more time.
I've seen guys, I know guys, I'm never going to put their business out there, that go through the money that they made in 25, that they got to take an advance out on 26 salary. Yes.
Man, I hope ain't none of this true, man. I know they're pretty much quotes, but I hope Floyd ain't in that predicament, bro.
I hope so too, Joe.
The financial trouble behind the scenes now risks pushing this whole situation out of the ring and into court. Shocking reports claim that a huge advance from the fight purse has already been taken, creating a serious legal problem. The other side now seems to be setting a clear trap: either go ahead with a proper sanctioned professional fight as agreed, or deal with major legal consequences for breaking the contract. You can't accept money for a major main event and then switch it into a casual exhibition. Tensions are extremely high, and legal teams are said to be preparing for a major battle if the agreed terms are not followed.
So number one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So This was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional boxing. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, it's complete bullshit.
Patience has completely run out, with both boxing media and hardcore fans openly turning away from the entire spectacle. The backlash is loud and growing fast. Veteran boxing journalist Dan Rafael summed up the industry's frustration perfectly, saying he would rather do almost anything else than sit through another replay of their first fight.
But as I said to you in Las Vegas, I'd rather set myself on fire than watch that rematch, because it was, I've said that, I'm not even joking about this, it was the worst experience of my 25+ year career covering boxing. Absolutely horrible in every sense of the word. The fight stunk, that was the culmination, but everything about it was horrible. I have no interest, personally. What I found interesting is that I don't know, a month and a half ago, there was an announcement that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition match. So I'm not sure where that fits into the situation. I mean, supposedly they have a signed agreement for that fight pending landing, I guess, some kind of broadcast partner. Whether they've done that or not, I don't know. But, it seems like Floyd, for a guy that's been retired for almost 10 years, is pretty busy. It's just a matter of, like, do we not have anything fresh in boxing? Is it so pathetic that we have to run back a shitty fight from 12 years ago? I mean, look, Manny looked pretty good when he fought Barrios in July. It wasn't like he looked like an old man. I thought he won the fight, to be quite honest. A lot of people thought he won the fight. Floyd hasn't been in the ring in a real fight, quote unquote real fight, because his final official fight was against Conor McGregor, who was making his pro debut. He had to go back to 2017 for that fight. So we're coming up on a decade since he's been in there.
Fans are starting to feel misled, like they've been dragged into a cycle of broken promises and constantly changing plans. Many believe they're being disrespected by the way things keep shifting at the last moment. When promoters appear to focus more on their own image and earnings than on real competition, people notice quickly. What began as major excitement around the announcement has now turned into frustration, with audiences pushing for genuine fights instead of staged, money-driven events.
What Mayweather and Pacquiao are doing right now. I think you are dramatically overestimating what the size of the audience is going to be. Sure, it'll be 7 figures because anything on Netflix is 7 figures because it has 270 million subscribers worldwide. It will be 7 figures, but it won't sniff the kind of numbers that those other fights did. And that's a problem, I think, for Netflix. Netflix is in the big number business. They're in the event business. I think if you take away the carrot of this being a real fight, that is going to diminish this fight considerably in the eyes of a lot of people, man.
The only carrot here is the fact that Netflix is on board. And if you have a Netflix subscription, you're going to get to watch this for free. My neighbors, my elder league neighbors, they're the ones that actually told me about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. when it happened. They were into that fight. They bought that pay-per-view. You think they're not going to watch the fight if it's free on Netflix with 2 familiar names? It's going to be a mega success, but it's going to be a terrible fight. It's going to be 2 geriatric has-been old greats that are just doing it for the money, and we're just watching for the intrigue. That's it.
I would say this. This is just my opinion. I don't think Netflix knew that Mayweather was going to say that. I think they went into this fight with the belief that it was going to be a real fight. That's what I think. And will this change their opinion of it? I don't know, but I think it definitely diminishes the size of the audience when this fight ultimately happens. However that's measured, it's going to do look, the Taylor Serrano fight did 5 million views? That's an incredible number generally, but Netflix looks at a number like that and goes That's not really for us because we can put anything on there, do 5 million views. Anything. They could put a replay of Mora Manfredo on there. It would do 1 million views.
You know what? I've been waiting for the Netflix.
And we're off.
Contender season 1. Come on, Netflix. Contender season 1.
Season 1. Let's go. Run it back.
Everything is at stake right now, and time is running out fast. This is bigger than just one payout or a streaming platform launch. It's about how a career and legacy will be remembered in the long run. The main question is now very clear. Will a signed contract push things toward a real high-risk professional fight where an unbeaten record could finally be broken? Or will the so-called defensive master of his era find a way out of the pressure once again and avoid the biggest challenge one more time? The boxing world is paying close attention, waiting to see whether it's the fighter or the businessman who actually shows up. But what's your take on all this latest drama around Floyd Mayweather stepping away from a real fight? Do you think he's avoiding the real danger? And will the rematch actually happen or not? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.